Hi, my name is Victory Nkuka. You're welcome to this channel. I'm a Nigeria-trained nurse and I currently live and practice in the UK. In this channel, I share information regarding to life, work in the UK, how you could relocate from your home country to come and work in the UK, and as well as when you come over to the UK, what to do to help you settle smoothly. So if these are things that interest you, please do well to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button so that you'll be notified when I upload any video that will be of help to you. So in today's video, I'll be talking about how I relocated to the UK to work as a nurse. So if you want to hear my story and if you want to know so much about the process, do well to watch in the end. And also, if you know someone that this will be of help to, maybe a nursing student or a nurse, do well to share the link with them, and it's gonna be so much insightful, I tell you. So let's get started. The first thing you need to know about relocating from your home country to come and work in the UK as a nurse is that you should have completed a relevant nursing training. And the one that is expected of you is at least 3 years nursing training. So that's like a diploma. Be it nursing, midwifery, or mental health, it should be at least 3 years. And please make sure your name is in the register of your country. For instance, I relocated from Nigeria. Make sure you are registered. If you're from Nigeria, make sure you are registered with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, the NMCN. So that's the first thing you need to do, basically. Then the second thing you need to do is to get an international passport. How will you even travel without an international passport? That's aside, there's so much as you go on in the process. There's so much you have to do with your international passport. You present it as ID when you're writing the different exams. So please, you need to get your international passport. That's the second step to do. So just search for the immigration offices in your home country and how you could get this. So that's the second thing you need to do. Then the third thing, after you've gotten your international passport, is you proceed to register with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of United Kingdom. During the course of this video, I will keep mentioning NMC, and when I mention NMC, know that I'm talking about the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the United Kingdom. So you need to register with them. This registration, you do it online. You need a valid nursing license. Then you need a proof of your degree, because you can't just tell them you studied nursing. You need a proof, of your degree. If perhaps you did BSc or you went to school of nursing, you just need to show them your certificate. Then you need your international passport as well. Please, before you begin this process, if your passport is about expiring, think of renewing it before you begin. So you need your passport, and you'll be asked to fill in some questions, some personal information about yourself, but these are not complex. They are something that you can easily fill in. So you need to input all those details, and then while doing the first stage of the registration, you'll be required to pay £140 to the Nursing and Midwifery Council of UK, and this money is not refundable. That tells you that if at any point you want to get this money, and if at any point you feel you don't want to continue with this application, the money is gone. It's not refundable. But think of the other way. What if you want to you continue the registration and eventually you come into the UK? Just think of the money you make. It's gonna be bigger, so it's worth it. Actually, the £140 is worth it. Then another thing you need to know, you have to make up your mind on, because when you are registering with the NMC, you need to register under a category. There are 4 categories you can register under. You can register adult nursing. I did adult nursing. Then you can register under midwifery or learning disability or mental health nursing. So it depends on your basic specialty. So that will tell you how you register under. If you have more questions about it, use the comment section about this category. I will explain further. Another thing you need to know is that you need to save your login details, because as you go through the process till you get your NMC pin, and even after, you will keep, that is the same portal that will be created for you that you keep using. Use it to track your progress. Even when your spin is about expiring, everything is there. So you need to save in your login details so that you don't forget it. So that's the end of my third point about registering with the NMC. After you've registered with the NMC, the next thing you should do, which I did, was to do verification with my nursing and midwifery council. Like I said earlier, you need to have your name on the register. So you pay a certain amount of money to the nursing and midwifery council of your country to verify you, because the nursing and midwifery council of the United Kingdom will reach out to them to confirm if you are a registered nurse with them. So you need to do that verification process. If you're in Nigeria, you do it online. You do that verification process online. You pay a certain amount of money and you submit your front and back pages of your license as well as other requested documents. And that sums up for the verification. When this process of verification is complete, they will send you a mail. The NMC UK will send you a mail containing your decision letter, and they will send you an authority to test, telling you that you can now proceed to do your test of competence. In this relocation journey from your country to UK, you need to write 3 exams. The first one is the computer-based test for nurses. You need to write your English exam, IELTS or OET, and you also need to write Osce. But you can write the first 2, you can do it in your home country. Then when you come over to the UK, you do the Osce, because the Osce is face-to-face, it's practical. You can now book for your computer-based test, that's CBT for nurses. You can book and choose your choice center and your choice date, and it's absolutely very simple. Like I said, you just need to prepare for it. Then after you've passed your computer-based test for nurses, that for me, I did, some people do IELTS before this, but for me, I was verified quickly, so immediately they verified me, I just went ahead, I booked my test, and yeah, I booked my test, I passed, and I continued preparing for IELTS. Then after you've passed your CBT, the next thing you will want to do is to write your IELTS. Like I said, you can write IELTS before as well, but for me, I wrote my IELTS after the CBT. So you for the IELTS, you will be required to do the listening, speaking, writing, and reading module, and the general band score that is expected for a nurse, it's band 7. So you just need to prepare very well, practice as much as you can, and you will definitely pass the test. If you didn't pass it at the first attempt, don't be discouraged. Just prepare again and then you pass. Another option you can explore is the occupational English test for nurses. Some people did the occupational English test and they passed as well. So which any of them is accepted by United Kingdom. Then after you've passed the CBT and the IELTS, the next step is job application. Oh, this job application process, I won't lie to you, it could be tedious. Mostly because sometimes you apply and they tell you, oh, it's from a red list country and I won't accept you. But eventually you will get companies that will want you in. 2 things you need when you're applying for a job is consistent and persistent. Just try, be consistent. You can apply for as many as you can in a day. Sometimes if you can apply for 20 a day, it's not going to be a waste. Apply on Track Job, on Indeed. You can as well send cold mails, like you send an email to those employers. You find some of their emails on Track Job. After applying, you have the email. You can copy such email, make up a very lovely cover letter. Tell them about your skills, tell them about your work, tell them about your qualifications and everything, and attach your well-structured CV that tally with their organizational goals and objectives, their trust values, that tally with their work specification. Just attach your CV. Make sure you form your CV very well, and also attach that you've passed IELTS with an acceptable band score, and attach your results as well with your computer-based test CBT result, and send it to them. You may be lucky to get job from them. Actually, the job that brought me to the United Kingdom, I got the job through sending an email. So just explore the different options that you have in job search. Then after you've searched for a job and eventually you get invites for interview, that's the next step. You start preparing for interview. When a trust is telling you, I want to interview on this date, it's experience you go back and search what are the trust values, the job role that you're interviewing it for, what skill do they need, the job role that you'll be interviewed for. Research on the skills they need and person specifications so that you can chip these things in when you are doing your interview in order for you to get this job. And as well as, there's something I didn't say, and that's the fact that you need to consider, do you want to work in a care home or NHS when you are applying for jobs? So you have to decide that if you want to work in any, for instance, NHS only, you don't need to apply to care homes. Don't waste your time applying to care homes if you want NHS only. But if you want any of them, just apply to a number of them. Apply to NHS, apply to care home, and eventually we get yours. Yeah. So prepare for your interview, and after interview, they will come to you and tell you we have offered you employment. That's a very exciting part for many of us. Yes, it was exciting for me as well. I was just sharing to my friend, oh, I've been employed. Then after the offer of employment, before they even give you the offer letter, they will tell you these are your relocation terms and agreements. They want you to read through it. For my own employer, they asked me to read through it and reply with my current residential address if it's okay by me. At that point in time, give yourself time to read through the contract. Don't be in a haste to say because they've given me job. Please read the terms. Don't just accept if the terms does not suit you. And there are different relocation packages when you are traveling overseas. For my company, for instance, they paid for my flights, they paid for my visa, they refunded IELTS fee, they refunded CBT, they refunded the NMC first registration fee, they refunded tuberculosis test. So you need to check what they are refunding and what they are not refunding, and check if the temporary accommodation, if they are offering or not. If you feel good with the offer, you go on with it. That's at the point when you accept. And when you accept the offer, you begin pre-employment checks. That's when they will now ask you to go and do tuberculosis test, send in your COVID vaccination card, different things like that. They will also ask for referees. Please and please, the referees you try to use referees that you know that these ones are agile and they're able to scan through their mail and respond when needed. You don't want to use those that are dragging their feet and they will not even know that they send them a mail after 1 month or something. Please carefully choose the referees you are going to be using for job reference, and as well as in the NMC page you also need a medical reference. Please just try and choose somebody that you know. Choose and also remind the person. Choose somebody that you know that will be able to help you out with it, and as well as always send reminders so you don't delay your process at all. So that's pre-employment check. After you've completed the pre-employment check, that you've done your tuberculosis test. For tuberculosis test, you don't do it in any hospital at all. You must do it in approved IOM centers. So just check on your Google search engine IOM centers around you, so you can choose the one, book your test online and pay for it and go and do it. Because if you are traveling to the UK, you must do your test. It's compulsory. Then at that point they may ask you to do police clearance. Don't do police clearance too early except demanded, because it's just 3 months validity. So if you don't relocate within the next 3 months, it gets expired and you have to do it again. And if you are relocating from Nigeria, it's now more expensive than it was before. So please, that's a tip you should know. After everything is completed and they are very satisfied with your reference and everything, you'll be sent your certificate of sponsorship. This is what is known as CRS. This step is so exciting. I remember when I got my certificate of sponsorship, I was just joking. And I and my husband, we were just so happy that day. Yeah, that's the most exciting. Should I say the most exciting step? But it's one of the exciting steps, actually. Some people, the most exciting is when you are going to the airport with your luggage. After you've received your CRS, please don't wait to go through it to be sure that your details were imputed correctly in the certificate, and also confirm that your employer has certified maintenance for you and your dependents. Because if they don't certify maintenance, you will need to provide proof of funds. So please check through it and double check with them. Then after these things have been completed, you can now go on ahead to start applying for your visa. You choose the nearest, you choose the visa application centers around you that you can do the visa. For instance, if you reside in Nigeria, there are visa application centers in Lagos and as well as in Abuja. So you just make your choice of which one you want to use. Then begin your visa application process. You'll be required to submit some documents which you should submit. And you need to confirm from your employer if it's part of your relocation benefits that your visa will be paid for. You need to reach out to them so that they help you and guide you through the process and make payment as well. But if it's not going to be paid for, most times it may not be paid for, but it will be refunded. If it's going to be refunded, so you know that the onus is on you to make the application, make your payments, and then inform them. After doing the stage in your visa application, you'll be required to choose a biometric date, and that's where you go in physically to the embassy to complete your biometric, take a passport photograph of yourself. And it's not anything to be scared about. There wasn't any interview for me. You just pick your date, you go there, you go from one phase to another. Then at the end, you submit your passport, and your passport will be returned to you after 20 working days or less, depending on how fast it is. But basically, the limit is 20 working days for the visa, for the visa to come through, like for the decision to be made on the visa. So it's just basically 20 working days. Then after that, you can now consider booking your flights and also shop for the essential things you need to relocate. I made a video that will be of great help to you on things to pack and things not to pack, and there's also some traveling tips when you are moving abroad. Don't wait to look at that video because it's going to be of great help to you. And also, I made another one about what to do when you come to the UK to help you settle quick. It's something that is going to be of help to you as well. If you've done this and you've booked your flights, you've purchased everything, welcome to the UK. So basically, when you come over to the UK, as much as possible, try to start preparing for your Osce. You may already have been given your Osce date before you left your country. But if you have not, just start preparing for your Osce. It's a face-to-face. There are materials you can use to prepare for this, and there is a marking scheme as well. So start preparing for your Osce, and when you write your Osce, you'll be required to complete. Your some phases in your NMC portal, like your character reference, your medical certification as well, and you'll be asked to pay your £153, and that's because of your PIN. Some people for me, this I paid my £153 before I left my country. It's possible you do that, but most people wait till they come over. They want to earn in pounds and pay in pounds. Yeah, it's to reduce the cost of the traveling. So you do that, and when you get your PIN after you've passed, please try to protect the PIN. Do everything you can. Then you can now start practicing as a United Kingdom registered nurse. I know you can't wait to get to that phase, and definitely you will get to that phase by God's grace. So if you found this video informative and insightful, please give it a thumbs up and share to as many that you can share this to, that it will be of help to. Till I make other videos, bye.